What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. As always, in the garage, doing my thing. One-man show. Jumping from project to project. Yep, that's how I do things. So I'm pretty much done with the dash. Those of you that have been following the channel have seen that I've been working on this fiberglass dash for a little bit. And I painted it. And I used the truck liner, bed liner paint. The thing I did wrong that I realized after I painted it was there were a few little spots that I didn't like. And I kind of scuffed it up or sanded it down just a little bit. But I used the wrong sandpaper. And I didn't go back over it with a little bit a lighter grit. I sanded it down, I think, with like 80 grit or 120 or something, and I should have went back over it again with something like 220 to get it nice and smooth and all that good stuff, but I didn't. So when I painted it, it got a lot. You could see some of the I'll show you right here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can see some of the if I get right under, you can see some of the heavy sandpaper scratches in there, and I knew I should have took that out. I didn't. Then I got a few little spots right there that I wasn't happy with. All that could be fixed with a little bit of glaze and putty, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lightly sand this thing one more time, fix all those little imperfections there. It's not many though, it's just the scratches and this right here. And you can really see it too because of the paint that I use. But I'm gonna fix those. I'm gonna sand it down again with the right sandpaper, putty those little spots there, throw some more paint on it, and then I'm gonna call that good. And I'm probably just gonna roll with that for a little while until I get it over to my my little brother, and he'll go ahead and oh, I thought I had this thing locked in. I don't. He'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and have him wrap it. I think I'm gonna have him wrap it. I'm gonna have him put a French stitch rather, a French stitch right through here, all the way on that side, wrap it in some black vinyl, and call it good. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about an idea, or not my idea, but YouTuber by the name of Chris Craft. I think he's got another YouTube page that he started, Chris Customs, but go check his YouTube page out. He's got some good videos on there. He's also building a 71 Chevelle, or actually he's got a 70 Chevelle, but he's done some good stuff with his build. But some years ago, a couple of years ago, he was showing a little idea he came up with for some speaker pods in the kick panel. And I thought it was a good idea. So I said, you know what? I think I might try that just to see, because, you know, I could go and buy some kick panels for this car, spend $180 or whatever, and throw them in and be fine. But some of this stuff, man, I like doing myself. And if I could do it, then I'm going to give it a shot. Because I know I'm going to be a lot happier with the product that I know I did myself. So anyway, again, this is not something I came up with. This is something that he came up with. And I saw it some years ago, and just this morning I said, you know what, I might give that a try and see how it works out. But anyway, this is what I got. He was showing how you could take these things right here. Oh, not that one, but take these guys right here, which are just they're little covers that go on top of your your roof to cover your pipe up and so forth, your vent pipe up there. And basically all you have to do is cut this out right here to fit the speaker you want to put in here, trim this out around here, and then take that section there and put it right in here. Right in here, in this spot here, and then you can aim it where you want. I like that idea. It's a better idea than taking and putting your speaker in there where it's shooting up under the dash. You can't see it anyway. You can't hear it anyway. This way here, you can at least get it to shoot closer towards, up towards you where you're driving. Now, the only problem is, let me go over here. That's the driver's side one. That's the driver's side one there. Man, I can't believe how much work it is to take out a freaking kick panel in this car. Man, I mean, I literally had to tear the whole side of my my driver's side kick panel area up just to get that thing out. I had to take the foot panel, whatever this thing is called, had to take that out. Had to take the emergency brake mechanism out just to get this little kick panel out. I mean, I had to these two screws here go for it. Let me just show you guys here. This is ridiculous, man. I need to get me a Honda Civic. It'll take away all my pain. I had to disconnect my high-low switch down there just to get that thing out, because you can see the hole in here in these Chevelles, and all this stuff here is all hid and tucked up under here, so don't pay no attention to that. All that stuff there is just all my stuff for my alarm and whatnot. But yeah, it's the thing is tucked up in there, so you got to take all of that stuff out, man, just to pull this thing out, because this part right here is actually recessed up in there, which to me, man, makes absolutely no sense. It looked like I might have even broke it a little, taking it out just a little bit right here, trying to get this thing out. Jeez. But yeah, man, this is ridiculous. I mean, I came out here in the garage thinking I was going to go ahead and do a little project, and I've been out here for 2 hours trying to get this thing out. But anyway, that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to cut that thing up, put it on let me say this though, the passenger side is a whole lot easier because ain't nothing in the way. But I'm going to attempt to take this thing, cut it out, mount it up on there, and then my plan is to, once I get this thing mounted on here, then or once I get this cut mounted on here, then I'm going to fiberglass around it here and smooth it out and then repaint it, and that's where my speaker will go. I have one little speaker here for my little test speaker right here that I'm gonna drop in there and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out. I'm gonna give it a shot. If it don't work out right, no matter what happens, once I put that driver's side kick panel back in there, it ain't never coming back out. It's never coming out. It's gonna stay in there, period. I'm not even touching that thing. And I'm hoping when I go to paint the car, he should be able to just move that over to the side to paint it. Yeah, but yeah, once that goes back in, I ain't touching it. My battery's going to go dead, so I'm gonna cut the video off, get a little bit started here, and then I'll hit you back up when I get a little progress on this. All right, peace. All right, Toot, we back. I got a little bit done here. Let me show you what I got. This is kind of what it's gonna look like. Something like this. I got tape on here now, just kind of holding it all together so I can get a clear visual of what it's gonna look like. You can see this opening here. I'm gonna take and of course put some fiberglass right around in here. So yeah, this will all be fiberglass. I probably have to put some kind of something there to block that, to keep it still, so I can so I could form it up. I got to figure that out. I'm not sure, because this actually, you know, came way over to here because it was this piece here, this end here. So I cut all that off. You can see I got little pieces here, Got pieces down there. So basically I just cut all that out, kind of shaped it how I wanted it. This is a 4-inch speaker in here. But as you can see, I could actually go a little bit deeper around the rim of this and possibly put a 5 in there or 5.5. But the reason why I want to go with the 4 is because that way I don't have to cut a hole in my kick panel. There's no hole. That's the speaker is it's got a little small magnet, so it's not designed to put out no real heavy bass or anything like that, but it'll give you that good clear sound coming from the front, seeing that I only got one speaker in the middle there because my dash doesn't have speakers in the corner. I would have did something and had my son use his router and cut me out a little design and put speakers in here, but I had already put my Terminator X and my Dakota Digital in that corner there, which took the spot for the speaker. So that's kind of why I'm doing this here. But yeah, I like that, man. So of course, all this where the tape is will be fiberglass, and I'll form that in and shape it in and get her looking pretty good. Yep, that's it. That's the driver's side right there. So I'm gonna keep working a little bit here. Today's Sunday, so I'm not gonna get too carried away. Got a busy week coming up here at work, and then some other personal family things I got to take care of. So let me get finished and or not finished, but let me keep moving on this thing, and then once I get to another stage, I'll definitely get you back. All right, peace. All right, tube, we back. This is what I got. I got the first one on here. You can see I just got some duct tape on here right now. This is kind of what it's gonna look like. I got it all cut up and shaped up. Let me fix this camera just a little bit here. Looks like this needs to tilt. I kind of got it tilted, pointed up towards me. You can see that gap in there, but this is gonna be all fiberglass. And I actually might even put some I might even do that like that just to kind of hold it down just a little bit. Use some of that CA1 glue and see if that'll work. But so anyway, yeah, this is I'm working on this is the passenger side over here. That's the driver's side. I still got to do that, but I'm gonna set you up here real quick and let you see how I'm gonna do this here. Let's see here. See if I can set this. Oh, let me set it up here. Maybe you can see it here. Let me tilt it down here a little bit. I know my battery is getting low again, but I'm not sure if you can see that. But anyway, I got the same thing here. I put some tape on it to kind of hold it down. And then I got this CA glue right here that is good for melting plastic and together, and it does with other stuff as well. So I'm gonna pull this tape off of here, and I did put little red marks on here just so that I can kind of mark up what I want. So basically all you do is just take the glue here. I don't know if you can see all this. Hopefully you can. Let me tilt it a little bit more. Okay, I don't know, maybe. Let's see if I bring it down just a little bit more. Maybe you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. But anyway, just put a little bit of this CA glue right here. I got this stuff from Sprayway, man. This stuff is like magic. It doesn't take much. I think I still be putting way too much, but just put a little bit of glue on there, shake this thing up, and then spray it. And just hold it there for a second. I mean, it literally takes like seconds, and it's pretty. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's drying up right now. And as I'm doing this here so that I could take the tape off, and then when I get ready to go to fiberglass this, I can just fiberglass right over it. And that's probably gonna be good there. I don't think I need to do a whole I don't think I need to do it all the way around. And I can pull these few little pieces, these little strips of tape off here. Just like that there. Now this thing is being held on. Oh, I still got this one little piece here. I could take this off too now. There we go. See, now you can kind of see how flush that is to the side here, how that CA glue just dries it right on up there. And I got it dried up here on this side here. So now to just hold it into place. And what I'm going to do is for this spot right in here, I'm just going to put some fiberglass matting over through there and then kind of shape that how I want it. I'm going to put a little piece of fiberglass matting right up under here, kind of shape that how I want it. So yeah, it's not going to be anything like you would buy. And I can even take, this looks like I could take and maybe push this down here just a little bit. I don't want to bust that CA glue, but I may be able to push this out just a tiny bit, but no, I don't want to do that either. So I don't know, maybe once I get this on, because I was trying to keep this line here, but what I may have to do is when I put that fiberglass mesh on here, this will be flat right here. It won't be rounded off. It'll come down and it'll run flat, and then I'll just contour it into this here. Same thing I'm gonna have to do over there on that side there. Bring it down. That one there is actually up just it's cut just a little bit more here, so if I want to, I could still just cut a little bit more just so that I can get this thing to be flush up under this right here. But that's pretty much what I got going right now. I'm gonna do a little bit more work on this, and then I'm gonna do this one right here, put that CA glue on there so I can take that tape off, and then I'm probably gonna call it a day. It's getting a little late. Sunday, got to get up and go to work tomorrow, and who knows what tomorrow's gonna bring. But all right, I'm gonna finish up this last little bit, and then maybe tomorrow I'll show you what I got. Peace. What's up, YouTube? Back at you, man, with another video. And I am still working on my kick panel speaker pods. If you looked at my last video, you'll see where I was showing how a few years back I saw Chris Craft, who's on YouTube, come up with this idea for doing your own kick panels. You don't have to kick out 100, 200, 300 bucks for customized kick panels. If you're like me and even like him, he does all the work himself. Give it a shot and see what you come up with. I did that, and to see how I started off, you got to go check out the first video. But just wanted to give you a quick update on what I got and where I'm at. So this is where I'm at now. I just I cut the section out, the piece out, put that on there, put some fleece on there, resin it down, got it nice and hard. And then I put some fiberglass. I fiberglassed all of this around here. It's still in rough shape. I still got to take and sand all this down, sand that down, sand that down, sand down right here. I didn't quite get it as flat as I wanted to here, but that's no big deal. I can just sand that down with my my sander, get it pretty smooth, and then I'll put some Bondo in it. What I did do though is I bought these off of the internet. Just because the speakers that I wanted to use were a little bit, I was going to go with these guys right here. These little JVC. Good speakers, but they got the small magnet on the back. I was going to go with those, but then I had some Scar mid-range speakers that I wanted to use. I don't think I have those out here. But they're just 6x5 Scar mid-range speakers, which has a bigger magnet. So I wanted to go with that because I just wanted a little bit more oomph in that speaker there. But yeah, I had to, so because I went with that bigger magnet, I had to get this little spacer here just to bring it back off of the back panel here in the back. I still end up having to cut this out a little bit because the the magnet did come through on the backside just a little bit, not much, but I pulled it out. So the plan is, once this is all done, I'm gonna once I get this all cleaned up and smooth all that down, then I'm gonna scuff all this up here, and then I'll put some Bondo around this here. Won't really need to Bondo that part there, but I'll try to put a little Bondo right around here, smooth it out, make it a lot smoother, sand this down, and then I will put some paint on it. Again, I'm not looking for perfection, just something that I could live with. And I think this is gonna look nice. Again, this is gonna be down at the bottom of the floor, so you're not even gonna see that. But anyhow, let me show you. I did one speaker so far. I haven't put the Bondo on it, but I do got the speaker recessed in there. I don't have it in the car. I got it out the car. Once I put it in the car, then I'll bring it back and show you what it looks like. But this is it right here, guys. This is the Scar speaker, and I got this thing set up to where she's looking nice. And you can see how I did it. I when I cut the original plastic piece that I show in my first video, you can see now when this thing is sitting in the car, it's gonna be aiming up towards, I got it so that it kind of kicks and aims up towards the driver, and the other one will aim up towards the passenger, so it'll get a nice little sound out of it. But yeah, man, this is it right here. I still got to take this here, and I'm gonna trim this out there so my vent cover can sit up in there. And yeah, man, she's gonna look good. She's going to look good. Oh, one other thing I got, I'd see if I have it in here. Probably don't have it in here. Okay, hold up to, let me see. Another thing I came up with that I think, haven't 100% decided if I'm gonna do it. I probably will, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I didn't know I had this guy here. I might have to look at that. But I got these little tweeters here. I got these little tweeters, also scarred tweeters. You can kind of see them, these little tweeters here. And I'm gonna mount these bad babies right. They're gonna go just like this. They're gonna mount right there, right at the corner. So I'll have those probably about right. Well, it's gonna go, this one is gonna have to go right behind that vent knob right there, but it's gonna go right there. I wish I could have put it here, but of course these vent lines run there, and I could just cut those off because I probably never need the vent. If I need air, I'll just roll the window down. So I could actually put it there, but I don't think I want to do that. And I didn't want them down here just because that's, that would have been too far. But I think I'm going to put it just right there. And you see how these things sit? They sit flush in, and there's nothing on the back side. So I can mount that there, and it'll be away from the knob because it'll be flush with that there. Yeah, I think that's going to look nice right there. But that's what I'm working on, and I just happened to see in this little pack here. These things are cheap too, man. They're not nothing expensive. I mean, shoot. I think I paid like 20 bucks for these things. But they also got these deals here. I guess these here you can mount in here and maybe recess it or something. I don't know. In the back. I don't know. Maybe you can pop them in and maybe it'll plug. Maybe they'll snap in on the back. I have no idea, guys. I'll have to look at some instructions and see what the heck are these things for, because they definitely don't fit that. I'm probably not going to even use that, whatever that's used for. I'm just going to cut this out, the dimension of this, which looks like maybe 1.5 or 1.25 hole, and I'm going to put this bad baby right there. So she'll sit in there just like that. Sit in there just like that. Yep, that's so that's where I'm at, guys. That's what I got so far. Like I said, I got the first one done. I got to take that speaker back out so I just did that to mock it up, just so I can, as a matter of fact, hang tight. I'm going to put this thing in the car real quick, and then I'm going to let you see what it looks like. Give me a second. Wow, Wow, this thing is a little heavy. Let me just see if I set this one in here. See if I can get an idea. I'm not gonna put it all the way in just because these things are crazy hard to get out. But okay, so it'll go something like that right there. Okay, too, let me see. I'm gonna see if I go on the other side over here. Let's see if you can see it, get a better look. So it'll be something like that there. Once I get it all dialed in. Looks like it's sticking out a little bit farther than what I really wanted it to, but I think once it's all in and I get it mounted down and get it put that bond on, get it nice and smooth, I don't think it's gonna look too bad. Plus my door panels that are on there, those aren't my door panels that I'm gonna use. Mine's are gonna be some custom made door panels, which is probably gonna stick in the car maybe about an inch or so, I'm thinking. So I think it's gonna look a little bit better once that door panel, that custom door panel, is off of there, and I put the other one, the one that I'm gonna have made on there. Because just looking from it, like right here, well, I just close the door so you can't see it now with the light off. But the light, you can see it's sticking out a little bit far. But I think I'm gonna run with it for now, and just see how it all works out. And then again, if I don't like it, I got 2 more pair of kick panels I can throw in there and just switch them out. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, see what it looks like. I could have just made that a lot tighter, cut the metal of the car out and recessed it in a whole lot, but I didn't really want to do all that. I wanted to do it like this to see how this would look. And again, it doesn't look super bad. It does, like I said, it does. Well, let me sit down in here. Let me see that might, see if I can do it without. Plus, it's not all the way snapped in either. It's in there, but not all the way snapped in. Okay, yeah, that's plenty of room over here, though. I mean, you got your foot here, so you can see. Let me turn my light on, maybe get a better look here. Yeah, so see, I got my foot here. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, which, with plenty of room. Man, I gotta clean my dash off all that dirt. Yeah, with plenty of room. I mean, my foot over here, I can bring it over. And again, like I said, this is not all the way kicked over where it's supposed to go. So it's still got maybe 2-3 inches or something like that to kick over. So I think that might work out good. I like the way that it's actually pointing up towards the driver a little bit and not, pointing towards the floor to where you can't actually hear the music. But anyway, I'm gonna run with that, man. And like I said, if it comes down to where I don't really like it, there ain't nothing but a pair of kick panels. I can always take it out, put another set in there without the kick panels, or just buy some that already has all that put in there. But I think the ones that you buy, you still have to cut the metal of the car out, and I'm not really trying to do that. So if these don't really look how I want them or whatever, then I'll just put the other ones in here and leave it at that. All right, too, let me finish the rest. Let me finish this other one up. I'm gonna get that one done, put some Bondo on both of them, and then I need to put them in the car, see what they look like before I put some paint on them. Get back with you in 2 and 2. Peace. What's up, Toot? We back. Just got a little quick update on the kick panel speaker install that I'm working on. You can see here's where I'm at now. I just finished putting on a some Bondo. Put it on a little bit thicker just because I wasn't too I didn't do too good of a job with the fiberglassing on this thing, so put it on just a little bit thick, and I'll kind of fix it up and smooth it out and shape it up a little bit once I start sanding it down. I haven't decided if I'm going to make this all just one slope, or is it going to come up and then show the spacer that I have on there. That might be a lot easier, because then I could taper all of this to the same, and then this I can make just one smooth deal there. But anyway, I'm not no professional, man. I just do the best I can on this stuff here, and if it don't work out, then I go to plan B. But I'm gonna let this dry. I got a little bit of stuff on here. I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I will come back and then sand it down just a little bit, and then yeah, I know it looks like a mess right now, but once it's all sanded down, you'll see it'll all fall right into place. It'll take about an hour, couple hours for this stuff to dry. But just wanted to give you a quick heads up on that, and like I said, when I get back to you, it should be all sand down with a little bit of some spot putty on it, glazing putty, and then yeah, I'm gonna paint it. All right, get back with you in 2 and 2. Peace. All right, too, we back. Made some good progress here. It's actually the next day, but did make some good progress. I'm gonna be honest, man, I almost gave up. I actually finished it yesterday, put some primer on it, but I didn't quite like the way it was looking. It still had a few little cracks here and there, and a few little spots that I just wasn't happy with. So I got a little frustrated and started thinking, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and wrap it, put some material on it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it again and see what I can get. But it's turned out a lot better. It's gotten a lot better now. Still not 100%. Well, I ain't gonna say 100%. It's still not perfect, but it'll do for me. So this is what I got here. I put some primer on it. Before, I had cracks all along here from the fiberglass peeling up from the and the Bondo coming up from the plastic here, and this right here was doing the same thing. So I had to put some more some more Bondo in there and kind of fill that in. This is only one coat of primer on here. Here I had to do the same thing. You can almost see, like right there where it's got a little crack right there. That's not really a crack. That's just this glazing putty that I put on there. So I could sand this down and it should be fine. But like I said, it's not perfect, but it is nice and smooth all the way around. And it's gonna look good. So once I put some paint on there and then put those speaker pods in there, she's gonna look good. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another maybe 2 more coats of primer, and I'm gonna sand this down, let that down smooth, another 2 coats of primer on there, let it sit for maybe a day. Then I'll come back and put a few coats of black paint on there, and then let it sit again for another day or 2. I'm not really trying to put them in just yet, just only because I'm gonna have to take them back out when I go to get the car painted. So what I may just do is do all this here and then leave them sitting off to the side until the car's painted. Then I can put them in one time and they'll stay in and not have to put them in and then take them out. But anyway, this is what I got, guys. I'm happy with it. Looks pretty darn good. Some of this stuff I'm not really tripping on just because it's, you know, it's in the back. Like this here, it got a little crack right here. It's in the back. You'll never see that. And then once the black paint get on there, you'll never see it. So I wasn't gonna get all carried away with a lot of this. I was just trying to get the best I could get and not, you know, do more damage than what's already there. So anyway, I'm gonna mess with this for a few more minutes, and then I need to pull this car out of the garage, and I need to spray this thing down, or not spray the garage down, but shoot some air through here because it's got dust all in here. My seats got dust all in it, and I want to take the car out in the garage or driveway and blow it off with the air. So let me get this done. Tube, like I said, I'm gonna sand this down, put maybe 2 coats of primer on there, and then I'll let you see what it look like with those 2 coats of primer. All right, we back to still letting it dry a little bit. I put a coat of paint on it, and I didn't show where I was primering it, and I put like 3 coats of primer on there, and this is 1 coat of black paint. I just used what I had in the garage. It's actually a gloss paint. I didn't really want gloss, but again, I'm just doing this. I'm gonna throw them in there, use them for a little while, and if I don't really like it, I can always change it up. But let me show you what I got here. So this is the final product right here. It's not perfect, but that gloss is kind of hiding a lot of imperfections and whatnot. But like I said, it's not a lot of this. You're only going to see probably this part right here. All the rest of this is going to be hid in the back. But yeah, you can see right there. This is again just 1 coat of the black paint that I have here. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna live with it. All right, too. There you go. 71 Chevelle build, kick panels, speaker pod or speaker install. Actually 4.5-inch speakers. I think that's what they are. 4.5 or 6.5, something like that. I forget now. Shoot. Yeah, I think these. No, yeah, these are 6.5, 6.5-inch Bose, or not Bose, but a Scar. 6.5-inch Scar speakers. I'm gonna put in there, and these are the covers. I'm probably gonna end up changing a lot of this once my son gets a little time. He's gonna do me a rear deck on his router. He's gonna do a rear deck for me, and then also I'm gonna put some put my light on so you can see. I'm also gonna put a cover or an outline or whatever they call it. He's gonna do that with his router and put some LED lights in there. The doors won't have any lights on it, but yeah, I'm gonna run with this and see how it turns out. I mean, I know it's gonna sound good for sure. That we know for sure, but yep, there she go. All right, too, I'm gonna get off this camera and let this sit up. I'll probably put maybe 1 more coat on here just to make sure I got good coverage. And then I think what I may do, if this is just too shiny, I may let it dry, let it sit for a few days, and then come back over it with or maybe I might even just take it and just hit it a few times with a little mist coat of some flat black, and that'll kind of hide a little bit of that gloss look. And that's probably what I'll do. I think I'll do that because I'm not really a big fan of this gloss look here. But anyway, catch you back on the next one. Peace. All right, we back too. And I am finally done. I've gone as far as I'm gonna go on these kick panels. Again, they're not perfect, but I've made a lot of progress on where they are now. I'm probably just gonna leave them like they are for a little while, and then I'll figure out down the road, maybe when I get ready to do the get my interior done, because eventually I'm gonna have the whole interior redone, recovered, and stitched and all that good stuff. I'm probably gonna take these headrests out. I'm probably gonna take those out and just have this be my backrest here. Haven't decided on that yet. My center console that I built, I'm probably going to redo that or have one custom built. All this stuff that I'm doing now is just simply so that I could just enjoy the ride. It looks, you know, and have it look somewhat decent. But anyway, here it is right here. This is the final product. Again, I'm not a real big fan of the high gloss, so I'm probably gonna spray some flat black on there. Just mist it on there. I'm not gonna spray it on, but I'm gonna mist it on so that it'll kind of cover up a little bit of that high gloss there. But yeah, man, there she goes. That's what she's looking like. That's what she's looking like. When I put these bad babies in there, it's gonna be just like this. And you can see it's kind of going at an angle a little bit, so it's kind of kicking up towards the driver's side. But yep, this is what I got. Again, it doesn't it's not perfect, but it's definitely going to do the job for me for a little bit here. Come on, babe, get up there. But that's it. There you go, too. I'm gonna close this video out, and I might throw these things in tomorrow. Maybe I'll throw them in tomorrow and get a good a short video of what they look like in the car. I am going to wire up my my wires to them, just so that when I do turn the car around, now I can at least hear a little bit of music, because before I couldn't hear nothing with those little two speakers that are plugged in down there. But you can actually see too, let me put the light on, the ones down there, the bigger ones down there are also the same ones in here. So I'm just going to wire those two together temporarily and run it like that for a little bit. All right, too. Ooh, this thing is bright. All right, too. Catch you on the next one. Peace.